So, Angelina, do you want to introduce a little bit about yourself?
Um, well, I'm Angelina, and I just had a baby about 2 weeks now. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks, and I'm a new mom. And hmm,
What's life with a newborn like?
challenging, fun. It's a learning process. Learn every single day,
Mhm.
and yeah, still learning. Here by myself and doing it alone is kind of like very challenging in a way, taking care of the baby and make sure I'm taken care of with food and everything. Sometimes I don't feel like it, but I have to. I have to.
Yeah, having enough food and taking care of yourself is the most important part of postpartum, right? Like, 'cause you gotta take care of yourself
Oh
before you
yeah,
can take care of your baby.
most
Yeah,
definitely. Body's still sore, so it's still healing, and
totally. Yeah,
um, I'm getting enough of the rest that I'm supposed to.
that's right. Rest and food.
And
And
like if I have to go to the store and go get it, and I have to take him with me. And I'm trying to protect him because the weather is coming, the cold is coming. So it's like there's no way to avoid that really because I have to step out and I have to go get the stuff that I need. So
yeah.
it's a
So
lot to learn.
you're a single mom, right? So you're doing lots on your own. And do you have any help from family or friends or
Um,
anyone?
the friends that I do have, I don't really have much family over here since I'm new in town. And
Oh
the friends
wow.
I have are still in Florida.
Yeah.
They help with like when it was time for me to get some stuff for the baby. When I couldn't, they sent me a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice.
yeah, that was really really nice, and I was stressed out because I was figuring out how I'm gonna get this and that bottles and
Yeah.
diapers. Especially now, he's so small. I had diapers, but since he's like technically a preemie, he wears preemie diapers. I had to get new diapers.
How big is he?
He came out 5 pounds. He
Oh
came out
yeah.
and he was so small. He's still small, but I could tell the difference now. Like he's growing now,
Yeah.
growing, and I'm like, wow. And the clothes that he had were too big, and still too
Yeah.
big. Like, and I'm like, look at you, you're so cute. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's too big. When I put the clothes on, it's just so funny.
Totally.
Oh man.
What's been your best moments of being a mom?
Like in what way? Like
Just like, I don't know, what feels the best.
um watching him when he sleeps.
Oh, yeah. I totally get that.
It's a moment because
Yeah.
when I watch him, he's sleeping. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's so precious.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes. That was my best memories too.
Like I'm like, that's mine right there. That's mine.
Yeah. Yes. It's so special.
And thinking of every way to protect him, you know, what I need to do.
Yeah.
So
And it's like your identity changes as a person, right?
yes, totally, completely. I come from being not being a mother
Yeah.
all of a sudden now I'm a mom. I'm a
Yeah.
mom. Sooner or
Yes.
later I
Yes.
hear a little one calling me mom. You know,
Exactly.
it's yeah.
Yeah. It's a huge identity shift. Like all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm responsible for another life. It's not just me. Yeah.
Yes, I'm not educator anymore. I'm mom. I am mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
To
Exactly.
a little human being, tiny little human being.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. I love the experience. I loved it. I don't, even though it was painful, it really was, but I don't regret it at all. I'm always going to remember what it was like, especially during delivery. That
Yeah,
was,
tell us about your birth because I think I first talked to you like when you were pregnant, and it's not like you were like, "Hey, I want to have a natural birth" or anything. It wasn't even something that you were thinking about, but you did end up having a natural birth. So tell us about that.
and like me with like hospital doctors, I'm not really a big fan of them. So I always had in mind like natural push, but I know everybody's different. So I
Yeah,
was, when however he wants to come, that's how he's going to come.
exactly. Yeah.
I've always wanted to push and stuff. And when
Mhm.
they were talking about the drugs, the that could help me, the epidural, and when I was asking about it, and I got different answers from different people, different moms, and I'm like, I don't think I want to do that because if that can mess me up in a way, because like I said, everybody's body is different.
Yeah.
They react to it. So I'm like, I'm already not a big fan of doctors and medicine and stuff. So I'm like, I've been fine my whole life without medication. I just do natural things, you know.
Hmm.
I'm Haitian, so we have like a way of natural medicine that we could take,
Oh,
and we're
cool.
just, so I was just like, I'm going through it
Oh,
naturally.
yeah. Awesome.
It was
So
pain.
when you think back in like pregnancy, right, before you had your baby and you're thinking towards about birth, what images did you have in your mind? What do you think birth was going to be like?
I was thinking from, videos that I've watched, I was thinking either or. I was just thinking either pushing or C-section, or like I was just thinking a lot, but I didn't think that it was going to be that painful.
Hmm.
I I was not expecting that at all. It was just like my body completely changed right in front of my eyes, and I was just going through this painful. I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? Where did that come from? That's what we go through. That's what the women go through. And yes, indeed, that's exactly what the women. I got the experience. I wasn't expecting that at all. I didn't. I had no idea. No
So
idea.
when you say you watched videos, what kind of videos did you watch?
Like women giving birth, pregnancy, going through the pregnancy and stuff.
Is
They
it
make
on
it look,
YouTube or something?
yes, on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
and
'cause people post their birth stories on
mm,
YouTube. Yeah.
and I didn't, like I said, everybody's body's experience different.
Yeah.
So some people they make it look easy. Some people they say, the way they talk about it, like
Hmm.
it's nothing. Some people say it's painful, but
Hmm.
once you're done, you're done. You know, and I understand that part. Once you go through it, you go through it, it's over. And but experiencing it, it was different. It was
Hmm.
very. So I got to experience that and went through it, and it was beautiful. At the end, it was beautiful. But I was a mess in the room, and the nurse that was putting up with me, I was pulling on her. I was just in pain and all over the place. I'm very thankful that they just dealt with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably used to that. So,
Yeah.
what's your experience of yourself? Like, how do you think about yourself now?
I'm proud. I am proud. I am proud. I'm
Yeah.
proud because I went through it. The pregnancy journey was not easy. No, because I didn't think I was going to be a single mother at all. At
Hmm.
all. It wasn't easy at all. But I'm getting emotional.
Oh.
And it's still not easy now, but
Hmm.
you know what I have to do. So
Hmm.
he'd be okay, and I still didn't think I was gonna be a single mom.
Hmm.
But I'm proud. I'm
Yeah,
really
good for
proud.
you.
Hmm.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you. Hi. Oh. It's a process.
Moms are strong and powerful, and single moms are like even more strong and powerful.
It, and experiencing it myself, it's just like I see, I see
Yeah.
now.
Hmm.
Not everybody's different. Not everybody reacts to it the same way.
Hmm.
So I don't believe in the word depressed or anxiety, depression, and I don't believe in that. I believe in bad days, bad moments,
Yeah,
and
that's a good point.
yeah, I can't see myself be the word depressed
Yeah,
all
yeah,
day, every
that's
day,
true.
that.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because emotions are like this, right? And it's part of the ride.
But it is. That's what I'm learning too. Learning. Like I have bad days. That's it. I'm
Yeah.
not depressed. I don't plan on, especially when they ask those questions at the hospital, like, "Are you depressed or you feel like ever hurting yourself?" I'm like, "No, no, 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 never." I can't. I cannot. I love myself too much.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. So I'm curious, like what helped you get through labor and birth?
Um, like what? Like myself, like in a way.
Yeah, what did you find helpful to cope?
Um, the people, you, giving me advice on how to deal with the pain, the breathing. Oh my gosh, the breathing, it helped. At one point, I couldn't do it anymore because all I wanted to do was push, and they were telling me, not yet, not yet. And I was just like, okay, let's breathe. And I kept remembering how you telling me how to breathe and just relax the body,
Mm,
relax. And I was just like, I did my best.
mhm.
So I did my best with that. So it was my first experience. And Elizabeth, I remember her just telling me like, I can do it. Just be strong. And I was just keep telling myself like, once it's over, it's over. Just go through it.
Yeah.
And I had a friend of mine that from work that just kept telling me when I was at work, she was like, since I work overnight, she was like, whenever you're ready to have this baby, make sure you call me. I will be there. And
Um,
she was there throughout the whole thing, holding my hand when it was time and just holding me back when I was all over the place because I was on fighting mode. I really was. And she was just like, just wait. They know what they're doing. Just relax. Don't
mhm.
push. And they were telling me not to push. So she was there. I really appreciated her being there. Even though I wasn't gonna be really alone, I was gonna have the nurses, but I didn't want to be alone in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah. It's important to have somebody that you know and trust with you that's just there for you, right?
Right. Yeah.
Support.
So, so that's what really helped me that day
Yeah.
through it because it was a painful 2 days. I was in labor for 2 days.
Yeah.
Very painful. It was painful.
Yeah, yeah, I remember having the conversation with you about breathing and just letting, not resisting the contractions, because when you fight the contractions, they're 10 times more painful, but just go surrender into the center of it. And it's like your job. Like these are the most intense sensations you'll probably ever have in your life. And your job through all of that is to relax
But
and keep
it's a
breathing out the tension.
yeah.
Just let it go.
It's
Yeah.
hard to relax because the pain. Oh my goodness! You say you have a boy, right?
I
They
have two
say
boys, two girls.
they are different. They're
Well, usually it's the first baby is the hardest. The first labor is the hardest.
Oh, that they did say that too.
Your body is not used to it, but the second one's gonna be like way easier.
I'm not thinking about a second one. I'm just thinking, I need a break.
Totally.
I need a whole break. I need a break. I need a
Yeah.
break. I need a break.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Oh, but it was beautiful. I loved it. I loved it.
What was
I
beautiful about it?
say that again.
What did you enjoy about your birth?
Him coming out.
Mm.
I enjoy him coming out because they were asking me like, do I want to see what's going on? And they had like this mirror on top.
Oh, interesting.
I was they fixed it in an angle so I could see what was going on down there.
Cool. Yeah.
I saw him came out. It was so tiny. And I'm like, oh my God, he came out.
It's
Just
real.
I was like this because it's a tiny hole and I have to push this human out. It was a beautiful experience. And when he came out, they put him on me. I was like, that's a baby. And they were like, yeah, that's a baby. I'm like, oh my God. I was all over the place. I was all over the
That's
place.
awesome.
Yeah. And they put him on my chest. I'm like, oh my God. I was just in shock mode and it was beautiful. I loved it.
Hmm.
I wasn't ready for anything. I would go through it again. Eh, eh. And then, yeah, it was him coming out. I loved it. I loved
Yeah,
it. Like, oh my gosh, it came from inside of me, from this big belly, and now it's a baby. It's real. It's a human being. So
exactly.
that was the most beautiful part to me. What the body can do.
Miraculous.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. And I know some people take that for granted, and I don't know how. I can only imagine. I
yeah.
can't. Oh, but I loved it.
That's beautiful. Yeah. It really is like that. It the reality of it hits you when the baby's born and you're like in the presence of it. It really feels like a miracle, right? It's just so overwhelming with and the love and
Yeah, it
yeah,
is very beautiful. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I was just like, that's amazing what the body can do.
yeah,
Like growing like the baby inside, the whole process of like the umbilical cord, placenta,
yeah,
how all that came along just to protect and feed the baby and how that whole thing works when the baby comes out, the little the umbilical cord. It was just
yeah.
like I'm still shocked. Still
Yeah, it's
shocked.
incredible. You just grew a whole human being.
Oh yeah. At that and I'm like, that's how it works. I mean, always knew how it worked, but it was just like doing it and experiencing it.
Yeah,
That's why I don't regret being a woman at all. Sometimes I
yeah,
do for period times, but hey, I love the process. I love the process.
yeah. That's great. Yeah, it's like you're just like a whole new appreciation for your body and how amazing your body is.
And life too. And life.
And life.
And
Yeah.
life. Like that.
I remember when I talked to you like I think 2 or 3 days after your baby. I mean, and you were like, I was like, "How's breastfeeding going?" And you're like, "The milk is just flowing. Like it's the body's
Right.
amazing."
That too. And then when they were asking me like what am I going to do, I was like breastfeed. When they were trying to teach me how and him too, how to latch and stuff, how to hold him and how to, put it in his mouth. And it was just like, wow, I didn't have no milk at first until he started sucking it. And all of a sudden my boobs started changing. And I could feel it. It got bigger, it got heavier, and they were like, "Yep, that's your milk coming." Every time he sucks, he I was like, "Wow, That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Because I didn't have any milk before. Now my body's producing milk to feed another human being. And I'm like, wow, that, that's something. That is something.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's awesome. So do you have any advice for other moms, any, first time moms, any advice for single moms?
Um, Single moms, don't give up. And I'm still telling myself the same thing, even though you feel like the world is crashing down on you, it's like, don't give up. You're not depressed. You're having a bad day. You're having a bad moment. You could have 2 bad days, 3 bad days, but it's
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
It's a learning process, which I'm still telling myself, so I can keep going because it's not done yet. After birth, you think it's just getting started.
Yeah.
But that's my advice: is don't give up. Do
Mhm.
not, do not give up. The days you feel like giving up, and don't take it out on your baby too. You feel like you just wanna the stress or take it out on the baby. Don't do that. And I know some people, it's hard, and I know some people that do that, and I've seen that, and I don't like it. I feel bad for the baby and stuff, the way they treat the baby because of what they're going through, what
Yeah,
they went.
that's true. That's true. If you're feeling that way, I mean, I would say like get support, reach out to friends and family and get support because yeah, as a mom, you need to take care of yourself. And if you're feeling grumpy, you need to reach out and get support from someone.
Yeah, definitely,
Or
definitely.
within yourself, like
Yes,
go within yourself and find your strength.
yes. Because like I said, everybody's different, and
Yeah.
one person I've experienced and seen the way she was originally tough and rough and just not really good person. So as a mom, it it definitely shows. And I just feel bad for the baby at the end of the day because you can tell she's taking it out on the baby. Yeah, I understand your journey was not great. The dad isn't, there and doing what he's supposed to do,
Yeah.
but it's the baby's fault. As a mom, that's your job to protect your baby.
Mhm.
You give birth to him. That's yours. So protect him. You've been protecting him for 9 months, and that's your job to protect him afterwards
Mhm.
till he can take care of himself or herself.
That's true.
And yeah, it's a beautiful process. I can't wait. The journey has begun. It sure. 9 months was nothing. It's afterwards,
Yeah.
raising a whole human being, a whole child. It's amazing. It's crazy and amazing at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you learn from your baby too. Like your baby's gonna teach you what he needs, what he wants, what he doesn't want.
That part, when he's not ready, especially the latching part, I do realize it's taking him a while to get used to like the latching, and it hurts. It hurts. Not gonna lie, it hurts because it looks like his gum. When you're about to have teeth coming out, and your gum looks different, like in his two gum here, they look like he's already about to have teeth, and I'm like, oh my god. But I'm like, and I can feel it every time he latches on and that bite. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Ugh. I have to go through it. I have to go through it.
The breastfeeding does get easier. It
I'm
doesn't hurt after a while.
hoping and storing, so it'll
Mhm.
be less of a on me type, more of a bottle. So Yeah, I plan on just giving him breast milk for as long as I can. Not
Mhm.
really all natural when it comes to that. I believe in that. No chemicals yet.
Yeah.
Not until I have to.
Mhm.
Until I have to, then we're not gonna go that way. I'm gonna give him my milk. I mean, that's what the body is producing it for.
Yeah.
The body's producing it for a reason. So that's what he's going to have for as long as he can.
Good for you. That's
Oh yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah. Till he starts eating and growing teeth,
That's awesome.
walking.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure. And thank you for your help. It really did help me out. Thank you for being here, to be honest. Yep.
I'm glad I made a difference for you.
Yeah. Thank you.